Welcome to the Brothers of Destruction podcast, where we break down all the latest WWE action. From epic rivalries to shocking twists, we've got the full breakdown.
Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Destruction podcast with yours truly, PrimeTime and my brother Flace. We're going to go into a review from SmackDown. Also, for our American fans, Happy Independence Day. We're a bit belated, but Happy Independence Day. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to look at this edition of SmackDown, where we're going to talk about the altercation between Gunther and Nick Aldis and their suspensions. We're going to look at the match between Rey Fenix and El Vikingo for the AAA Cruiserweight title. We're going to look at Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, another chapter in their whole story together. Looking at support for Chelsea Green she's been getting recently. And we're going to look at our new WWE champion, Sami Zayn. But for how long will we have the title for? We'll get onto all that, guys. But before we do, remember to like and subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Check us out on Instagram and Spotify. And keep showing your support for us. Blaze, how we doing today, bro?
I'm good. Couldn't be much better, to be honest. Good. Woke up, nice weather, family good, healthy. I'm good. I'm in a good place. What about you? How's everything your end?
Yeah, my end's all good, bro. Just working hard, grinding away, trying to stay awake. I'm staying up for the England game. Well, I was, and now it's a delay. Stateside, it's not too bad. Over here, it's 2 a.m. now for the game. Work in the morning. We'll see how I manage. We'll see how we manage, but it's not looking good.
Also, I would like to say happy 250th birthday to our American listeners as well. Just to carry on from to what you're saying, big up. Yeah. 250, as a nation, they're still a baby, but again, what they've achieved in 250 years is incredible. So, yeah, big up to America.
It's mad that
whatever you think of their situation at the moment, we're obviously using situ. I'm not going to get involved in the politics of it, but as a nation, big up to them.
Yeah, as you said, they're still baby. That's crazy to think, especially with what they're like a big superpower as well. So
what they've achieved in 250 years, it's incredible.
Crazy that, man. Just say happy Independence Day from us at the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Now, getting on to this edition of SmackDown, which was taped so the superstars can enjoy it, which, again, there's a positive with Triple H there, and I think it's great. So, with this taping, there's maybe a bit of a low-key edition of SmackDown because of it, but we'll get on to the fallout from Night of Champions. Now, after Sami Zayn finally accomplished his lifelong dream of being WWE champion, Gunther showed his frustration to Nick Aldis. It got a bit physical. And now, the result of that, both of them are suspended, have been sent home. Mm-hmm. Adam Pearce is in charge of SmackDown for now until he's back. But rumor mill going around, and I think we can expect this happening as well, is that Nick Aldis will be stepping into the ring finally in WWE. He'll be stepping into the ring. For those of you that don't know, he is a wrestler. He has competed for years. TNA, NWA. He's been world champion. Are we going to see Nick Aldis finally and at SummerSlam?
I think we are. It's been long awaited, to be honest. I think we've been expecting it for a good while. And I think they're probably looking for him for the right angle, the right opponent. They obviously think they've found that. And I think from Nick Aldis' point of view, yes, this is probably the right angle, right opponent. From Gunther's point of view, I'm not so sure. I think if you look at what he was doing beginning of the year, I would like to see him more in the title picture at this point. I know he had obviously the match the other day, but to lose that and then you're fighting Nick Aldis, I'm not so sure. But that aside, it'll be interesting to see Nick Aldis in the ring. Because like I said, it's been long awaited. Gunther will carry him to a degree. And when I say carry him, I don't mean any disrespect to Nick Aldis, but it's been a long while since he's been in the ring. Yeah. So there might be a bit of ring rust there. So that's what I'm saying. From Nick Aldis' point of view, he's probably in there with the perfect guy. So it's more than likely going to happen. And I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm intrigued by it.
And I think he's built up that character well. And I think probably the best thing they've done with him is have him come in as a GM, general manager for SmackDown. And the fans have built up that support for him. They seem to like him. They always react to him. He's been good. He's been good in that role as well. They've shown his character a lot of times as well. Now fans are going to finally get to see him. If they haven't seen him before WWE, they'll finally get to see him in the ring. From when I've watched him in TNA, very good in the ring, I'd say. Good in the ring, good competitor. As I say, former world champion. He was pushed quite well in TNA. So it's interesting now to see him compete in the WWE ring, which I don't know if this is going to be a one-off. The fact that he's against Gunther, I don't know if that's as he is the career killer, I don't know if that's going to mean then he will be the one to retire Nick Aldis, or...
Do you think it's going to be one and done in the WWE?
It could be a one and done, or unless from there they actually do have him as a singles competitor going forward. But it just means, the GM vacancy role, or the GM role will be vacant. Someone else takes it. Maybe Adam Pearce does both Raw and SmackDown. Who knows? But it'll be interesting. I don't know if they will have Nick Aldis permanently moved from that role. I don't know. I think they do like him in that role.
I don't think so. I think his main duty will be as general manager, who will now, from now and again, sort of get in the ring. That's what I think. It'll be now and again, on occasion, we'll see him in the ring, but generally, he will be the general manager of SmackDown. That'll be his role.
I think he should be, because he is good in that role. I do like him in that role, but but it could be a thing where he does. It could be a thing where he wrestles now and again, or maybe Gunther retires him, and that's how they build up Gunther's character a bit more as the career killer.
Yeah, but I don't think retiring Nick Aldis does anything for Gunther. No disrespect.
I think it just adds another name to the list. It could be just you add another name to the list.
I suppose that's all it does.
He is a world champion. Again, we'll give Nick Aldis credit as well. He's.
But not many. I'll say not many. There's a lot of people that don't know his background from TNA. They don't know how obviously pushed he was, and because he's not had that in WWE, I don't think Gunther retiring him is going to have the impact it should.
I don't know if they're looking for big impact. Again, I say could be another name to
it's just another
list.
Not on his CV,
and it makes it even more sort of impressive in that sense. But that might be direction going in. So it is interesting they did go with this direction here for these two.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm intrigued to see it come to fruition at SummerSlam. As say, 90% sure it's going to happen at SummerSlam. So look forward to it. So we'll get into that. Speaking of matches, we'll get into the quality of this match. So, and we've maybe not spoke about him for a while compared to his brother, but Rey Fenix had a really good, pretty much a banger of a match against El Hijo del Vikingo.
Yeah.
Excuse me if I pronounce it wrong, but yeah. They had a quality match for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. And I was entertained by it. It was,
it was a banger. Like, let's not get it twisted.
There was no shock with it, in it. You knew you was going to get that from these two.
Yeah, there's no shock with it. The only thing for me this was lacking. Sorry, but the only thing this was lacking for me was the crowd. I don't think the crowd was probably more involved in that than it was probably at any other part of the show. But I still thought it was quite a subdued crowd. Because I thought it was a more louder, more sort of on it crowd. I think it would have given it that bit more of a big match feel.
They seemed a bit subdued. They didn't seem loud, but I don't know if it's because it was a taping.
All night. Maybe. But all night.
These taping sounded weird. They always sound weird.
Yeah, maybe. It could be that the crowd were on it, but obviously because it was a taping, just the actual sound wasn't very good. But coming through on TV, it did feel quite subdued, which is a shame because this was a wicked match. And for me, I'd love to see them run it back, maybe on a live showing rather than on a pre-recorded.
Because they might run it.
Yeah, that was
a wicked way. They might do the AAA. They might run it there again.
Yeah, they could do. Very much so. And I feel, and it would actually probably go down better in AAA in front of a Mexican crowd as well.
Yeah, they'll eat that shit up.
Yeah. What did you think of the match then?
What, the Ray Phoenix?
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. I
Sure.
definitely enjoyed it when I watched it. And to be fair, I've always been a fan of his. And it's a bit of a shame, not a bit of a shame, because I don't like the comparison too much with other wrestlers, but I'm going to do it anyway. Penta gets more of a push, obviously, than Ray Phoenix. I mean, to be fair, up to this point, Ray Phoenix wasn't really getting any attention up till he won the Cruiserweight title. But I'm glad he's won it now. But I know Penta's always been that sort of, well, since both come to WWE, Penta's been pushed as out of the two, the
Superior,
biggest
yeah,
stars.
the superior, bigger star, yeah, he has.
But you know, Ray Phoenix, you could argue, could he be better in the ring? Definitely more athletic in the ring. You know, he's a bit younger as well. But I think it's a bit of a shame he's not got as much attention as Penta. But maybe now he'll be featured more now that he's got a title.
I hope so. I don't know. Is he better than Penta?
Charisma, character-wise, I'd say Penta's definitely
Penta's
better.
ahead of him, but if not purely in the ring, oh
Yeah.
wow. You'll have to come back to me on that one. I'm going to lean towards Penta. I love Penta, so I'm going to lean towards Penta. But there's probably not a great deal between them.
Yeah, if you see some of the stuff Ray Phoenix can do in the ring, the way he sells as well, he's very good in that ring.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
Great. But yeah, like, you know, I know that I've noticed they have featured him more since he won the title. So unless they're having that cruiserweight title as a workhorse title on SmackDown, / maybe bringing attention to Triple A as well, since they brought El Hijo del Kingo in for this episode as well.
Which was a good move for me. I quite like the move. I think where were they?
Atlantic City.
It was Atlantic City, was it?
Yeah, because I think they taped Raw and SmackDown. You know, like how they did with when they came to London. Okay. They had it at the same arena 2 days in a row for Raw and SmackDown.
It's a shame that match wasn't in Texas.
Yeah.
If it was going to be in the States, I think Texas would have, I think, they would have eaten that up a bit more. But for me, it was just a shame that the crowd, like I said, coming through on TV, the crowd sounded very subdued, which was, for me, in that match, was the only disappointment. The athleticism we saw, the selling we saw, what's the word I'm looking for? The connection between the two wrestlers we saw.
Oh, yeah.
It was outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. And expect nothing less from them too. But yeah, you should say it's a shame the crowd wasn't more into it or reacting bigger. But one of those. Speaking of chemistry as well,
that's the word I was looking for.
What's that?
Chemistry. That's the word I was looking for. Connection. That's the word I was looking for. Chemistry.
Yeah. There you go. Chemistry, yeah. Which they did have. So as I said, they'll probably run it back in Triple A. On the subject of that as well, chemistry as well. These two have really good chemistry. Obviously, this one's a bit obvious. They worked with each other in NXT. Trick Williams came out. Like he's going to do his whole shtick promo again. Then Carmelo Hayes came out, cut a good promo on Trick Williams as well. And looks like they're set for a match next week on SmackDown, which I believe is a non-title match.
Yes, it is. It's non-title.
It is, yeah. As Little Yachty said, it's non-title. Carmelo Hayes has to earn it. Don't know if this sets up for SummerSlam, but I think it should be. It would be a great match to have on the SummerSlam card. A strong mid-card title match between these two who've got history with each other. And seem to work well with each other on the mic as well. Like, reflect well with each other. Bounce off each other.
They do. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I think even though despite winning the title, I do think Trick has lost a little bit of momentum from where he was maybe 4 months ago towards the beginning of the year.
I think it's always going to happen. There's only so much you can keep having the momentum go forward.
He's sort of slightly hit a wall. I think this match will go down well. I think Carmelo will bring out the best in Trick as well. I think he'll bring out the best in him, which will help Trick. Because as we said in the last episode, in the ring, he does seem to have stagnated slightly, as can happen. But he does need to pick it up because he is a potential superstar. He's got everything else, the charisma, the look, everything. If in the ring he keeps progressing. Like I said, this
Yeah.
is going to be a legit sort of superstar. Everyone, I think most of us will argue that the future is over Femi. Maybe Bron, a very close second. Trick, if he keeps progressing in the ring, could be up there as well, in my opinion.
He might even go past them too, I reckon. I reckon he could go past them. But again, that depends how he develops more in the ring as well.
That's because in the ring, I think both Oba and Bron are ahead of him. But then he's got less experience than those two as well.
Yeah. So that you have to take into account as well.
Yeah. So
I'm still confused with his role now because I think he is in that tweener role. The way he,
I don't think having Little Yachty helps him either. In terms of where does he sit? Is he a heel? Is he a face? Is he just a tweener? I don't think having Little Yachty there does help the character in that respect.
I don't know if that's how they're purposely doing it, if they're having him as a tweener and he just sort of does what he wants. I say
maybe
with WWE and there's some of the characters as well, it's a little bit more complex. So you don't have just a set face, set heel, or the face is happy-go-lucky. The heels are, just bastards for the sake of bastards. It's literally all the characters are complex. So,
which I prefer, to be fair.
Huh?
Which I prefer. I actually prefer that.
Yeah, it makes things less predictable and it's not like as structured or as like they have to be this, they have to be that. So it's the way he said, I know you as the back of my hand. Gave him a back of the hand.
Yeah, that was good. And Carmelo had to retaliate. When Carmelo just stayed down like that and Trick walked out of the ring, I was like, no, there's no way you can let another man backhand you like that, walk out, and there's nothing happen. So I was quite glad that Carmelo, he attacked him afterwards and done the diving over the rope and caught those two, and then and Trick obviously said, "Look, you just allow it," and they left. There's no way you can let another man backhand you like that and walk out here like nothing. I thought that for me that would have nerfed. I thought it was going to nerf Carmelo, so I was quite glad he retaliated. To be fair.
Oh no, because Carmelo is still strong as well, and you still have to make him look strong. You know what I mean?
You can't make him look a fool. So I was quite glad he retaliated. I think the fact it's a non-title match. Sorry, just let me finish. The fact it's a non-title match probably leaves to believe that Carmelo's gonna win, and then they'll put the rematch at SummerSlam, and then obviously whatever happens.
Unless Ricky Saints gets involved and make a triple threat at SummerSlam, maybe he's not done with Trick Williams.
Actually, a triple threat match would be wicked. Between those
triple threat match
would be hot. Yeah. I'll be down.
Definitely could be good. It'd be a good role for Ricky Saints as well to be sort of maybe the third wheel in this. That stood between them, but you got Ricky Saints. It's a third wheel in there.
Yeah,
so you never know.
I'd be down. I'm happy either way. I actually think it would make it more intriguing. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, Carmelo's Trick Williams have that history. Ricky Saints being added in. You just think, maybe he wins the title, maybe.
Yeah, because everyone's looking at Carmelo and Trick Williams. So Ricky Saints coming in and But I think a triple threat match. Do you know what? Yeah, give me a triple threat match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I could see that potentially. Yeah, I was thinking that would happen at Night of Champions, but maybe they save for SummerSlam. Maybe.
Yeah, listen, I'd be down for that.
Speaking of triple threat, so Sami Zayn won it in the triple threat at Night of Champions. And we have to get onto this as well because Sami Zayn is, again, finally WWE champion. And it is weird seeing him, I have to say, it is weird seeing him walking around the WWE Championship belt.
Yeah,
but you know what? It was well deserved. I've read up about the backstage stuff as well, the reactions from superstars. Before, they're all happy with him. They're all celebrated for Sami Zayn. Before, in fact, we'll get into it at the end as well. We'll get into the end. But talking about Sami Zayn for a second, his promo there did come off like he was heelish as well. Did come off, and I think it is getting to a point where he's getting turned heel. Mm-hmm. The only issue is Cody Rhodes beat Jey Uso in the main event SmackDown, and he's facing Sami Zayn now for the WWE Championship on Raw. The fact they're pushing it this quick makes me think Cody regains the title again after just losing it. And I feel like this is where fans maybe get pissed off and they turn on Cody a bit.
Yeah, listen, as you know, I'm a Cody guy, but it feels a bit repetitive. Cody loses it. A week or two later, he gets a number one contenders match. He wins, faces the champion, wins his belt back in quite a short time. It feels a bit repetitive.
Yeah,
maybe he loses to Sami. Maybe that'd be the twist. Maybe he loses to Sami. Maybe he loses and he's one to turn heel, or he turns heel and wins the title. I think if Cody's just to go and beat Sami and it's the same old, I don't think that will go down well at all.
That won't go down well, yeah. Because he's just losing the title just to win it back. And it's just,
I think there's got to be something different with it. Like I said, whether he loses and then he gets frustrated and does a number on Sami after turns heel, whether he wins it by doing something really heelish and then we start to maybe see the start of a turn. I think you've got to have a bit of something different if he's going to win it back. It can't just be the same old, a couple of weeks after losing it. Now he wins a number one contenders match. Some would argue he's not even deserving of a number one contender match because he got pinned last time actually for his belt.
Yeah.
You could argue he's not deserving, but again, he's got number one contenders match he's won, and then he's going to win the belt back a couple of weeks later. It becomes a bit repetitive. Fans then, it doesn't do him any favors as the face of the company because fans are going to turn on him. For me, you've either got to have Sami beat him and then take him away from the title picture for a few months, or if he's beat Sami, I think there's got to be something different there that we'll talk about. Again, like I said, he wins it by turning heel, or he does something heelish, which is the potential start of a turn. I wouldn't want to see him just win it back clean and sort of move on.
I think Cody beats Sami Zayn here for the title and regains it, and this is where it's the breaking point for Sami, and he fully turns heel. That's the direction I see them going in. That turning fully pushes Sami Zayn to heel, even though the fans will boo Cody for it, because I think
they'll boo Cody. I still don't think that does Cody any favors. And actually, for me personally, I see Sami now as a heel anyway. I don't look at him as a tweener or he's still on the turn. I look at Sami now as a heel personally.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much as a heel role nowadays as well, just the way he's talking. Like he's coming off like he's still trying to be face. But some of the things he says, like, all the fans can kiss my ass that doubted him. The heelish is very heel-like. And I think it will be full-fledged come this Raw Monday when Cody regains the title from him. I could just see that.
Well, look,
unfortunately, I can see that, but I think that'd just be a stupid decision.
And let's see where CM Punk fits into this as well when he comes back.
Yeah, it could be this Raw because it's in Chicago. Could we see the return of Punk?
Sure.
Now, this I wanted to break the news to you. Breaking news from today. Someone who won't be returned by looks of it will be Sheamus, who has apparently declined a contract extension. And I think he'll be leaving at the end of his contract when it finishes. So
we'll get into that a bit. Once more details come out, I'd like to get into that.
We'll definitely get into that, yeah. But again, the breaking news is Sheamus has declined contract extension with the WWE. On a bit of a sour note there, guys, we'll see you next episode when we review Raw, and we'll see what happens then. Good night, everyone. Take care.
Everyone. Big up.
Thank you for watching the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and look out for our question of the week.